Can you see my screen? Hello? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yes, so let's open Revit 2018. Just double click. Okay, so let's open our file, Revit file. Click on that. Okay, so yes, so this is our file. So in last session, we saw structure model in place. So if some special elements you are not able to model in your file by using this Revit tools, structural Revit, you can say families here. So you can create as per your requirement, right? So today we are going to see how to add the slope roof. Okay. So for example, if I go to here ground floor, right, and I want to add here walls. Okay, so go to here structural and click here structural walls. I will use this option and then I want to add here. Suppose this is my building. It's 10 meter. Okay, so what is okay? 10 meter by just 4 meter, and here is 10 meter. Right. So this is my building. Oops, sorry, not 1 meter. It's a 10 meter. Okay. So this is my building, and the height is foundation. Okay, ground to first floor. Just consider. Okay. So if you look at in 3D view, so this so this is building. Okay. I want to add the roof over that. Okay. So this is you need to go in here first floor. You want to add the roof. So this is wall here, and I want to add the roof, sloping roof for this building. So you need to go here structural and click, sorry, not structural, in architectural, and click here roof. If you click on that, so use this option, roof by footprint. So click on that. Then you can choose as per your requirement thickness. So I will choose this 125 thickness, right? Or you can create as per your own requirement. Okay. So I will add this roof. So you have to here different tools, so you can create your shape, right? So I will use this rectangle. So if I add here, so you can see here. But if you want to give some overhang, okay, overhang means cantilever part. So suppose if I cut a section here, so this is my one wall and this is another wall, right? And I want to add the roof here, like that. Okay, so suppose this cantilever part or overhang you want to just give here 500 here from the outer face of the wall, so you can add. How to add? So before adding this, so once you ready to add here, so one more option here. If you click here, right, on this rectangle, so we have option here offset. So I will add here 500 overhang. Okay, so you need to click here. So your roof will start from 500 here and here, and then here, 500 from the outer face of the wall, and similar here. And if you click here, so if you look at in 3D view, so you are not able to see. Why? Because you need to go in visibility graphics, VV, type VV, and in model category you need to on this roof. So you can see roof is off here. So you can click here on, tick here and apply OK. Okay, so you can see roof has been added, but there is no slope. Okay, so go again in first floor plan, select your roof and say edit footprint. So suppose my slope is in this direction, so you need to give the slope for this line and for this line. Okay, so select this, then control and select this also. So these two lines you need to select. Okay, and you need to give here define slope, right? So you need to click here define slope. So by default here 30 degree, you can change. Suppose I want to give here 15 degree. Same here, if you click on that line, so you can see the slope. So add your 15 degree. If you cut, say okay, and if you look at in 3D view, so you can see your roof has been added here. Okay, but your wall is not connect to proper roof. Okay, so you can connect this. How to connect? So move your cursor any one of this wall and press the tab and select. So you can select all the walls. Once you select, so this toolbar is active, modify walls. Then you have option here, attach to the top or base of the slab here. So use this function, use this tab. So click on that and simply select your roof. So you can connect your wall underside of the roof. Similarly, you can deselect. So move your cursor any one of the wall, press control, right? Sorry, shift. Okay, so move your cursor any one of this wall, right? And uh, press the shift, okay, tab button. Okay, so move your cursor any one of this wall and press the tab and then select. So you can select all the walls and you can detach also, and you need to select your roof. So you can see we have detached. If you attach again, move your cursor any one of the wall, press tab, select, and you can select their attached top or base and select your roof. Okay, so you can see we have added the roof slab here. If you cut a section, okay, I want to cut section in this direction. Okay, and then right click and say go to view. So you can see this is your roof. You can measure the slope also. Go to the annotation and you have option here, spot slope. So this is 15 degree. This is also 15 degree. Suppose if you want to change slope, so you can change. So go to again first floor where top of the roof level, select your roof, go to here edit footprint. You can change your slope. Suppose I want to give here 30 degree. Right here also I want to give 30 degree and finish. Delete dimension. So I have given one dimension. So this dimension means our slope annotation is delete because we have changed the slope. And say just repeat again and you can see your slope has been changed. If you want to measure this slope, go to annotate and click here spot slope. So you can see this is 30 degree and this is also 30 degree, right? So you can change the slope. Then if you go again ground floor, sorry, on first floor, right? Suppose my building, I want to copy this here and I want to add again in this direction. So suppose this is my building, L-shaped building. Okay, so this is my building, L-shaped building, and I want to add the roof here and here also. Okay, so let's add. So you can see there is that. Yeah, so this is our framing footprint of our building. So I want to add the roof in this direction also and in this direction also. So go again, stop architectural and say roof and click here roof by footprint. Then you, if you want to give orang, you can just add the offset and select rectangle. Okay, so you need to, oops, sorry, I want to add offset 500 and you can give the, you can just click here both direction, right? Then you need to add again new slab here, new roof here. Okay, so if you look at in 3D view and you need to give here your slab, slope slab, right? So edit and I want to give this to, okay, so you need to give here define slope, right? So slope is, I want to go and change here 15 degree, right? And here also 15 degree. And if you close this and if you look at in 3D, so you can see we have added the roof in this direction, but we need to add in this direction also. Okay, so go again. So click here and click here, edit, and you can add here. So add again, offset 500, and I want to add up to here, right? Then you need to trim this. Then you need to trim this and delete this line. So you need to complete your shape. If I, so this is my roof shape, right? So you have given the angle for this line and this line. So you need to add the line angle for this and this also. So select this line, both the lines, and you need to assign the same slope. So I will add here 15 degree, and for this also 15 degree. Once you done, okay, cannot be done. Are you sure to want to discuss? Okay, yes. Okay, so in that case, we need to add a separate here, right? So go to again architectural and say here roof and footprint, and I want to add here uh, offset here 500, right? And you need to add the slope here, and if you edit and I want to assign the slope in this direction and in this direction, so say define slope, then you need to add here 15 degree, and here also 15 degree, right? And if you click OK, and if you look at in your views, so you can see it looks like. Then you can, guys, just hold a second, I got a urgent call. Okay, I think this one is disconnect. Okay, so if you add the two separate roof here, so you can just join here. So if you have option here, so you have option here, join the roof. So select this, right? And select this line and this line. So you can join this. Okay. So this not actually we need to minimize the slope here. Okay, I will click here footprint, and if I add here 10 degree, and if I add here 10 degree, and if you see how it looks, so you can see, right? Because 15 degree it's overlap here. Then after that you can just press move your cursor any one of this wall, select, and then attach to roof. Okay, here, and you need to attach here also. So select this wall and this wall, and say attach and roof. So you can see we have added this roof. Okay, and then after that you can add the windows in your building like that, then like that. And if you want to add here windows, then here also, right? And then if you want to add a door, you can add door here also, then here also. So as per your requirement, you can add the doors, right? So the simple. Then we have one more option. So I will just check it works or not. Suppose I will just copy again this all the walls, and you can given in one direct in one what we say one frame. Okay, this pitch roof. So if you go to here and say footprint by roof, and you can use the offset command, and suppose I want to give here 500 overhang. Okay, and you need to add those line like that. So here one, then here, then here, then here, then here, and you can trim this. So type tr command and trim all those things, right? Like that. Then after that, I want to give the slope for this direction and this direction, then this and this. So let's try. I will select those all four lines and say define slope. Okay, what is the slope here? 30 degrees. So I will assign here 50, then I will assign here 15 degree, then I will assign here 15 degree, then here also 15 degree, and say complete. Okay, and then if you look at in 3D view, so it looks like both angle is same. That's the reason it this not ridge is not properly looks here. If you add proper dimension, so this ridge will be match. So if you, so for example, if I check, so this is 4 meter and this is 5.1 meter. So that's the reason they disturb our ridge line. So if I copy again, okay, if I copy and I will try to give the same dimension. So this is 4 meter and this is also I want to give here 4 meter. So this line I want to change here 4 meter. Okay, so this is also 4 meter. If I check, so this is 4 meter and this is also 4 meter. So let's try again. Go to the roof by footprint, extend, and I want to add here 500 overhang. And you can use the select option. So add here, then add here, then add, and then add here. Then you can just trim all the lines. Okay, so and you need to assign the slope for this and this, and say define slope. Okay, and I want to suppose given here 15 degree, then here also 15 degree, then also 15 degree, and here also 15 degree. So let's see how it looks. So if you look at review, so you can see your ridge is properly split here. Okay, so you can add this. Suppose if you want to change the roof slope, so you can just go again and say edit footprint, select all the lines, those lines you have assigned the slope. Okay, so you can just change here, or you can just click here. So suppose I want to give 30 degree for all. So if you check, this is 30, this is 30, this is 30, and this is also 30 degree. Say okay, and if you look at it 3D view, so it looks like. Then again, move your cursor on the wall pointer and press tab. So select all the walls, say attach to the top and base of this slab or roof. So you can see, right? So you have added this roof. Okay. Then I will just attach this roof. Okay. So you can see I have added three different types of roofs, 1, 2, and 3. So if you want to connect or disconnect, so you can just add the separate and you can connect this by using this command, join or unjoin roof, or you can use this. Then next one is if you go again architectural and click here roof. So these option, roof by extrusion, roof by face, roof soffit, so these are all architectural commands here. So we don't need to do this. So but just basics. So if you want to add the pitch roof or slope or sloping roof, so you need to use this. Then after that you have option here. Suppose if you want to add the gutter here, okay, so we suppose this is my roof, and suppose if I want to add the gutter, okay, gutter for both sides, so you have option here, right? So let's see how to add the gutter. Suppose I want to add the gutter here, so click architectural roof and use this option gutter, right? And you need to click this edge of this line, right? And select. So you can see this gutter has been added here. So if you look, okay, so I will add again here also, both side. So you need to go architectural roof and say gutter, you need to add the gutter. If you look at in section how it looks, so we have already cut the section here. So you can see this gutter we have added. Suppose if I increase the scale, so you can see, right? So you can add the gutter here also. Similarly, you can add the gutter here also in slow in this both all periphery means here and here. So let's see architectural and click here roof and say gutter, and you need to select this line. Okay, you can see the gutter has been added here also, so it's automatically joined. Then here also, then here also. Okay, so you can see we have added the gutter here, right? Then suppose I want to change the material here, so you can change. So suppose I want to add the metal sheet, so just duplicate and you can add here metal sheet 25 thick. You need to give here 25 thick option value thickness of this, and you can assign the gut which we can say metal deck. So just search metal deck. Yes, so we have option here metal deck and say apply. So I have assigned the material and change the thickness as per my requirement. Okay, so you can see your roof it looks like. Suppose if I cut a section, okay, so I want to cut this section here and say go to view, so you can see your gutter it looks like. Okay, so if I you can select this line also, but this is should be aligned. Okay, so all okay, I will show you in different way. If you go again, I have delete this gutter and I will go again and say roof, select gutter. So instead of above line, I will select below line. So it looks like. Okay, so if you look at in section, okay, where is our section? So go to view. So this is your gutter. Oops, so we haven't added gutter here. Okay, I will just add here also. So go to architectural roof and say gutter and then add, right? Then you can add again below edge of this roof, right? Like that. And then you can check your section and say go to view. So you can see it's added. But if you want to flush this line to this line, so you can flush. So you have option here, vertical profile offset and horizontal profile offset. Okay, so this is your horizontal. So 25 thick. So if you select, right, and if you add here 25 thick, so it's go to the right side. So you need to add minus 25. So it comes here, right? Then similarly here. So whatever the rainwater will be collected exactly in this gutter. Okay, so you can change this. Even you can change vertical also. So if suppose if you want to give some vertical values, so it's merge inside. Okay, so you can give the plus or minus value. Suppose if you give the minus value, oops, sorry, minus 25, so it will go down. Okay, so you can adjust the vertical profile and horizontal profile. Okay, so this gutter we have added. So we need to add the drain pipe also. Okay, so this rainwater is collecting in this gutter and just collecting through this drain pipe through our main chamber. So how to add this? So if you have already added the gutter, then you need to cut the section. Okay, and in section you can add the pipe also. So if you go to this system, so this is all mechanical related tools, but we need to use only this pipe command. Okay, so I want to add the pipe. So click on that. So go to the system, okay, discipline here and click here pipe. Okay, and you can just draw this pipe. So I want to add this pipe, 150 mm pipe. Then my pipe is going down. Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. What happened? Okay, so it's not come. Create similar. Okay, and then my pipe is going in this direction. Okay, and then you can't add this pipe in one line, so you need to just split three different lines. So I want to add this pipe in this direction, in this and in this. So if I change this, fine. So you can see this is your pipe, right? But if you look at in 3D view, so you can see this is your pipe, right? Like that. But you need to give the coupler here. Okay, so then you can see the proper pipe. Then if you select this pipe, so you can give the diameter as per your requirement. So suppose I want to give here 90 mm or 100 mm dia. So you can choose any dia as per your requirement. Okay, but I want to show the coupler also here. So how to show? You need to choose any one of this pipe element and click here edit type. Okay, and if you click here edit, so you can see here elbow is not loaded. So none here. I will repeat this. So you should select any piece of the pipe and go to here edit type and click here edit, and you can see all pipe related here transition union. So the remaining part is not our as per our requirement. So you need to just add here elbow family. Okay, so you can see if I select so none, so there is a no any elbow family loaded in this project. So you need to load. Okay, so how to load? Same, go to the insert, right, and say load family, and you need to choose select here. So you need to find the pipe category. So suppose if I select the pipe P, so you can see this is pipe. So if you double click, so these are accessories. So different types of accessories. So this is elbow. So you need to search the elbow. Okay. So yeah. So this is different accessories. So here is not elbow. If you go down, so fittings. So check in fittings. Okay. And you suppose PVC. Our drain pipe is PVC. So you need to go to the PVC schedule for T socket, and you need to choose the elbow. So just yeah. So you can see this is our elbow, PVC elbow. Okay, and then click here open. So this family we have loaded elbow family. Then you need to select any one of this pipe and select edit type and click edit and click here elbow and arrow. So you can see we have added the elbow family. So it comes here. So you need to select this M elbow PVC we have loaded from the library. Okay, and then okay, so diameter is 100 mm as per our requirement, maximum is 600, and say here okay, and say here apply and okay. Then you need to go your section. Okay, so simply you need to give the trim command, type tr and select this pipe and this pipe. Okay, and select this and select this. So you can see this elbow is automatically added here. Automatically means we have added this family. Okay, so you can see. Okay, then you need to just select all these accessory pipe accessories. Okay, and you need to go to on your plan, right? So where is our drain pipe here? So you need to move one pipe here just near this boundary wall, and you need to mirror in opposite direction. So mirror in opposite direction. So type click here mirror, or you can click mi. Okay, and you can just mirror this, so it comes here, right? So you can see, if you look at in 3D, so your drain pipe has been added here. Similarly, this drain pipe you can add here also, here and here also, right? So you can copy or you can create a new. Suppose if you want to modify this pipe, where is, okay, go, say go to view. Where is pipe? Oh, so we have changed actually our pipe here and our section here. So what do I do? I will just move this section and say go to view. Okay, so this is your pipe. Suppose if you want to change again, so suppose I want to add in this direction. So right click and say create similar, and then you need to add like that. And then give again trim command, and then you can add the coupler here also. Okay, so this coupler. If you look at in 3D, oops. Oh, so coupler is okay. So if the this pipe is not aligned proper, that's the reason it comes here. Okay, so what I do, I will copy this pipe exactly at the same location and paste here and just add like that. Okay, and then you can use the trim command. So use the trim command, and then you can add here. Okay, so you can see we have added this, right? So simple. You can add the pipe also in 3D with coupler. So if you don't have any coupler in your project, so you can't connect two pipes. So you should add the elbow family. Go to the library and you can add the elbow family. Okay, so go to again architectural and say roof. Okay, so this, if you want to add a roof, so you can use this option, and gutter for this, for gutter you can use this option. Okay, so this is also important part. Then if you go again architect, and here, so these are all Mullian curtain, grade curtain system, these are of architectural. So next is stair. Okay, so you can add the stair, concrete stair or steel stair. Okay, so you have option here. So for example, here, suppose I want to add the stair from ground to first floor. Okay, so if you see what is the level here, annotation. So sorry, spot elevation. So this is my level 0 and this is 3.5, means the height is 3.5, and I want to add the steel stair, sorry, concrete stair. So if you go to ground floor, okay, and yes, we need to add the stair here. Okay, so first of all we will add at the outside the stair, and just once we done, so we can move inside. Okay, so if I cut section again, or we have already cut here, so suppose I want to, okay, here, suppose I want to add here and say here go to view. Okay, so I want to add the stair from this point to this point. Okay, so before I want to just add here, and then once we done, so we can move. Okay, so go to again architectural and say stair, right? And you have different types of stair here, monolithic, and this is industrial, means steel stair, and monolithic is concrete stair. So I will select this concrete stair. Then after that, base level of the stair. So there are two levels, base level and top level, where your stair is finished. And suppose this stair is start from this base level and this is top level. Okay, so you need to give those value. Okay, so you can see it's initially I have go to at this level, ground level. So you can see the base level is ground level and first level is top level. It's automatically taken. And desired stair height 3.5 means 3500 right? So Revit has automatically calculated the number of stairs. So he has calculated total number 20 number of risers. Okay, and actual trade depth is 280, but you can fix as per your requirement, as per our what criteria, so rise and trade. If you're working on Indian project, so you should know your riser, how much is riser minimum and how much is minimum and maximum trade. Okay, normally we are taking 300 mm our trade, not more than 300, and riser is on maximum 200. Okay, so on the basis of that you can fix this value. If you click here edit type, and you have option here maximum riser height, you can assign here. Suppose I don't want to exceed up on 190. Okay, so I want to just give the below 190, so you can choose. Then I want to give 250 mm trade maximum or 300 maximum. Okay, and say apply and say okay. So you can see, if we given ground floor is the base level and first top level is first level, so the difference, so and we have given here maximum and minimum, and this is minimum run width. Run width means your width of the stair is 1 meter. Okay, and say okay here. So he has calculated 20 numbers of risers, right? And the actual riser height is 175, and actual trade depth is 280, because we have given 300 max. Okay, so or you can, on the basis of that they have calculated. Okay, and if you, once you've done this criteria, so you can just add your stairs. Okay, so suppose I want to add in this direction, so I will given the first point, so this is my start point. And you can see, if I move my cursor, so remaining riser and creating riser shown here, 17 riser created, 3 is remaining. Okay, so complete. So you can see I have added this stair. If you look at in 3D view, okay, so we are not able to see. Why? Because we have of this stair category. So type VV, and you can just add the stair. Where is stair? So you can see stair is untick here. That's the reason we are not able to see stair in our model. So on this and say apply and okay. So you can see this stair has been added here. Okay, but if you cut the section here through this stair and say go to view, so you can see your base level is ground and first level is your top level. Okay, and then this is your, we need to add the slab here. We have already added our slab, so this slab is come here, right? Or you can add the slab here. So you can select this and say edit stair, right? And you need to go in first level, because ground to first level we have added this stair, right? So select your stair and say here landing, and use this option, create a sketch, and you can add your landing like that. Suppose my landing is 1 meter by 1 meter, so you can add 1 meter and here also 1 meter and say complete. Okay, so if you look at your stair, it looks like, right? But as per the standard, we are not exceed more than 18 steps in one go. Okay, because if the person is just start to climb here, okay, on the stair, so while he will walking on the stair, so he will be maybe what will say, or it's very difficult to start complete 18 or 20 steps in one go. Okay, then you need to split into the two platform or two landing, or you can say two flight. Okay, so in that case you can add the dog leg stair. Okay, so go again, stair architectural, and click here stairs. Okay, and So you can see we have, so the criteria has been changed here. Okay, so we need to go here ground. I want to add ground to first floor. So you need to go again and say stairs ground to first floor. Okay, and one stair is remain because we have given here 180 or 190. Okay, so this is our maximum value. So 19 stair he has calculated. So what I do, I will just increase 190 possible. So 383.5. So initially he has calculated 20. Okay, so here I will just add here 180, apply and say okay. So you can see 20, 180 is maximum riser height. So on the basis of that he has calculated. Okay, and trade depth is 300. Okay, so these 20 steps we need to split in two flights. Okay, so my direction in this direction. So start from here, and you can see the run here. So right now select here right. So that's the reason it comes to the right side. If you select left, so you can see it's select to the run your to the left side. Okay, so I will add the 10 steps only in first flight. So you can see in below 10 riser created, 10 remaining. So you need to just stop here because I want to split these 20 steps in two flights. So stop here, and then I want to add again in this direction. Okay, so 10 is remaining and finish, 0 is remaining and complete. Right, if you go to, so you can see this dog leg stair we have added here. Right, then once you're done, then you can just move this and just paste here. Right, and if you see the section, so where is stair? Oh, so stair is not proper cut here. So if I go to 3D view, so you can see, then you need to go first floor. Right, so this is your stair, so you need to cut this part. Right, so select this and say edit type, and you need to add the, oops, file getting some error. Oops, error report was cancelled. Okay, okay, I will open again 2018. Okay, so this drawing I want to open. Okay, so yes, so we have added this stair. Okay, so I want to go first floor and I want to move here. Right, and then you need to select this edit. Right, and I want to add the opening here. It's a finish. Right, so if you look at in 3D view, so you can see we have added the stair here. Right, like that. So if I cut the section here and say go to view, so you can see your stair has been added here. Right, then if I move this section here and covered whole stair, so you need to just start your stair from this complete and you need to finish here. Okay, so you can add this. So if you need to add the beam here also, and then this landing will be joined to this beam. Okay, you need to give the beam here, and you can just move the stair to this beam, towards this beam. Okay, so as per your requirement you can add here. So suppose this is my column, sorry, beam here, so you need to add the beam here also for supporting this landing, right? So as per your requirement you can change this. So if you go to again ground floor, and suppose if you want to edit this, so dimension, you can see here what is the dimension. So this is 1 meter and this is 2.3, so this gap between 300, but you can manage this. So if you add a stair, and then if you minimize this gap, so you can just select this and move by 150 and complete, right? So you can edit this stair also, right? So I will just delete this stair so you can see. Then similarly you can add from first to second, then second to third, third to fourth, fourth to fifth. Okay, so you can add this stair. Then okay, so go again VV, visibility graphics, and railing also you need to on this, apply, and okay, so you can see this railing has been also added. So once you add your stair, so this railing is also automatically come, right? So suppose I want to show this part only like that. Sorry. Okay, so you can see. Oops, sorry. Okay, we need to delete this railing, and you can add the new railing also. So architectural and say railing, you have two options: sketch and place on stair. So if you have already stair or ramp, so select this and select your stair. Right, so you can see the railing has been added here. Okay, so you can add the railing also. Okay, so guys, so I think we need to stop for today. So in next session we will see the remaining types of stair. So before going that, if you have any question, any doubt, so you can ask.
सर पीवी की मॉडलिंग बताएंगे क्या आप?
क्या क्या पीवी
पीवी एडवांस, हाँ
सर ये ट्रेपोजाइडल फाउंडेशन कैसे बनाते हैं उसका?
ट्रेपोजाइडल फाउंडेशन,
जी
ट्रेपोजाइडल मीन्स जस्ट मिनट, सपोज ये आपका फुटिंग हो गया बराबर,
जी।
और ये आपका ऐसा बोल रहे हैं ना आप, ऐसा?
हाँ ऐसा ही बोल रहा हूँ सर।
हाँ, तो वो कल हमने सीखा ना वो कैसा, 1 मिनट। सो आपने अगर ये फाउंडेशन डाला है यहाँ पे,
जी
तो ये आपको ब्लेंड करके डालना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे।
हाँ
ब्लेंड ऑप्शन यूज किया है ना कल हमने, करके बताओ क्या?
एक बार बता दीजिए सर।
यस सर, बता दीजिए कि शेप और रिवॉल्व दोनों ही नहीं हो पा रहे हैं।
ओके, सो ये अभी हमें यहाँ पे बनाना है। अभी यहाँ पे आप ये कैलकुलेट कर लो, ये कितना है, 500 है, और ये भी 500 है, ठीक है। सो ये यहाँ पे पहले तो फैमिली हमें देखना है, इसका फैमिली क्या है, स्ट्रक्चरल फाउंडेशन। सो यहाँ पे जाना स्ट्रक्चर में, कंपोनेंट में, मॉडल इन प्लेस, और स्ट्रक्चरल फाउंडेशन ढूंढना है यहाँ पे। यस, स्ट्रक्चरल फाउंडेशन, ठीक है। सो ये है, तो आपका फुटिंग नंबर जो भी है वो दे दो उसको, फुटिंग नंबर 1 2 3, ठीक है। उसके बाद ओके, और उसके बाद ब्लेंड करो यहाँ पे। सो क्लिक ऑन दैट ब्लेंड, देन एडिट टॉप। सो इसका मतलब आप बेस उसका एडिट करो। सो बेस यानी कि आपका ये आएगा। सो सिलेक्ट दिस लाइन, सिलेक्ट दिस लाइन, सिलेक्ट दिस लाइन, सिलेक्ट। सो एडिट टॉप नाउ। सो ये लाइन सिलेक्ट करो, ये लाइन सिलेक्ट करो, ये लाइन सिलेक्ट करो, ये उप्स सॉरी, और ये लाइन सिलेक्ट करो, ठीक है। फिनिश अभी, और ये कंप्लीट कर दो, ये हो गया। अभी आप यहाँ पे अगर सेक्शन डालोगे, राइट, सो ये सेक्शन आ गया, और से गो टू व्यू। सो किधर है आपका ब्लेंड, नीचे होगा वो फाउंडेशन के ऊपर, ये देखो ये वाला, ठीक है। अभी आप इसका डेप्थ डिसाइड कर लो, आपको डेप्थ कितना चाहिए। आपका जो डेप्थ एज पर आपके हिसाब से, सपोज मुझे 300 चाहिए, सो रेफरेंस प्लेन दे दो यहाँ पे 300 ऐड कर दो और ये ऊपर ऑफसेट मार दो यहाँ पे। फिर इसको एल कमांड दो, सिलेक्ट करो और इसको लॉक कर दो, ठीक है। और ये देखो ये 3D में ऐसा दिखेगा। इसको वापिस आपको ये देना है मटेरियल, सो यहाँ पे करो एडिट इन प्लेस, इसको सिलेक्ट करो और इसको मटेरियल असाइन कर दो। इसको कर दो मटेरियल ग्रे के एंड कंप्लीट। सो ये हो गया आपका ट्रोपेजोइडल फुटिंग, ठीक है।
ये थोड़ा सा नीचे लाना है सर, एकदम बॉटम से, तब
बॉटम मतलब
उसको नीचे सरकाना है सब तब।
इसको इसको
हाँ
नीचे सरकाना है तो आप रेफरेंस प्लेन को भी मूव कर दो ना, उसके हिसाब से आएगा। तो ये जो रेफरेंस प्लेन दिया है ना, सपोज मुझे 100 नीचे करना है तो उसको नीचे कर दो, वो नीचे चला जाएगा।
ओके।
फिर इसको ज्वाइन कर दो दोनों को, इसको और इसको, हो गया ज्वाइन। और ये देखो ये आप ज्वाइन हो गए हो, ये आपका लाइन दिख रहा है, ठीक है। ये देखो अगर मैं इसको हाइड करता हूँ तो ये ज्वाइन हो गया, और ये कॉलम आपका यहाँ तक आया है, इस पे ये फाउंडेशन के ऊपर आया, ठीक है। अगर आप ये कॉलम यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना चाहते हो, ये कॉलम को ऊपर चढ़ा दो। ये कितना है 200 है ना, तो इसको सिलेक्ट करो और इसका जो बेस ऑफसेट है वो 200 दे दो और इसको ओके कर दो। सॉरी, उसका फुटिंग भी आएगा ऊपर। ठीक है, ये भी चल सकता है, ये मर्ज हो जाएगा ना बीच में ऐसा। ये देखो ये ऐसा आप ट्रेपेजोइडल कर सकते हैं। अगर इसको बढ़ाना है तो ऊपर जाके आप बढ़ा भी सकते हैं उसको। अभी मैंने रेफरेंस लाइन को लॉक किया है ना, इसलिए वो, ये देखो आप जितना रेफरेंस लाइन बढ़ाओगे उसके हिसाब से वो बढ़ेगा। ये देखो ऐसा, ठीक है।
ओके सर।
ये हो गया आपका फुटिंग। और वो कौन पीवीसी क्या बोल रहे थे आप, पीवीसी?
सर मैं वो जो कल आपने फाउंडेशन में एक वो कटा था ना स्वीप ब्लेंड करके, जो है एक गटर के लिए जो निकाला था,
हाँ
मैं वो
हाँ,
पूछ रहा था।
ये वाला।
हाँ ये वाला सर।
ये क्या हो नहीं रहा है?
नहीं ये हो नहीं रहा है सर। मैं
कट किया क्या आपने?
हाँ सर मैं कर रहा हूँ, बट उसमें क्या है कि एक पोर्शन नहीं हो पा रहा है, दूसरी तरफ मतलब नहीं हो रहा है, ये है उसमें जो है सिचुएशन।
एक पोर्शन में हो रहा है, दूसरे में नहीं हो रहा
हाँ
है।
मतलब एक तरफ ज्यादा हो रहा है, एक तरफ जैसे आपने कहा था ना चैम्बर पे कुछ रखने के लिए आप बना रहे हैं, तो एक तरफ ज्यादा हो रहा है, एक तरफ कम हो रहा है, ऐसा हो रहा है सर वो।
अच्छा, ये वाला बोल रहे हैं क्या आप?
हाँ
ये
ये
वाला,
वाला सर, ये हाँ ये।
तो आप वो जो शेप है वो बराबर कट करो ना, तो उसके हिसाब से आ जाएगा।
सर ये
आई
एक बार
थिंक,
आप डायमेंशन से बता सकते हैं, डायमेंशन से जैसे पिक लाइन से तो मैं उठा रहा हूँ तो फिर वो ऊपर नीचे हो जा रहा है।
ठीक है, मैं यहाँ पे बताता हूँ। सपोज ये मेरा यहाँ पे सम्प है, थोड़ा बड़ा लेता हूँ मैं, आपको दिखेगा वो क्लियरली।
जी
ठीक
सर।
है, ये सम्प है। अभी मुझे यहाँ
जी
पे नॉच ऐड करना है, सो क्या करेंगे, पहले इसके फैमिली देखेंगे, ये क्या है, फ्लोर स्ट्रक्चरल फाउंडेशन है। स्ट्रक्चरल
जी सर।
फाउंडेशन में जाएंगे, कंपोनेंट में जाएंगे, इधर स्ट्रक्चरल फाउंडेशन सिलेक्ट करना है, इसको करना है ओके, इसको करना है, आप नाम दे दो जो भी आपका, ओके बोल दो और ये स्वीप ऑप्शन यूज करो, ठीक है।
हाँ हाँ सर, ये इसमें जो है,
हाँ
इसमें जो रेफरेंस जैसे चारों तरफ से आपने रेफरेंस दिया था, उस हिसाब से आप पहले दीजिए तो फिर उसमें
हाँ, तो
समझ
ये
में आएगा।
पिक लाइन लेना। आपके पास मॉडल है ना 3D मॉडल, तो पिक
जी
पाथ बोलो।
जी
और इसके जो लाइंस है ये दे दो, ये यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे, ठीक है। ये
जी
बाउंड्री
सर।
आपने दे दिया। उसके बाद ये यहाँ
जी
पे
सर।
शेप ऐड कर दो, ये कंप्लीट कर दो और इस पे जाओ एडिट प्रोफाइल में, और कितना है अपना एक रेक्टेंगल डाल दो यहाँ पे ऐसा। और ये रेक्टेंगल कितना है आप दे दो उसको डायमेंशन, अगर 50 बाय 50, सॉरी 50 बाय 50 का है। ये रेक्टेंगल मैंने यहाँ से डाला है, मेरा नोड पॉइंट ये, ठीक है। तो इसको सिलेक्ट करो और यहाँ पे 50 डाल दो, तो ये जो लाइन ऊपर चला जाएगा। इसको सिलेक्ट करो, यहाँ पे 50 डाल दो, ठीक
इसके
है।
लिए सर रेक्टेंगल सेलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा क्या?
रेक्टेंगल डालो, लाइन डालो, कुछ भी डालो। ये देखो ये ठीक है, लाइन
नहीं
डालो।
आपने इसमें मॉडिफाई में कौन सा लिया, मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ, आपने लाइन लिया है या फिर पिकअप से आपने लिया है, मैं ये पूछ जानना चाह रहा हूँ।
नहीं, मैंने रेक्टेंगल लिया, नहीं तो लाइन ले लो, कौन सा भी। ये देखो
अच्छा।
ये
हाँ।
ये जो प्लस पॉइंट है आपका, ये नोड है ना आपका, ये
जी
वाला, तो यहाँ से आपको शेप देना है, जैसा ऐसा 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 कैसा भी आपके हिसाब से।
जी
आप लाइन से दो, रेक्टेंगल से दो, आएगा। अभी सपोज मैंने लाइन दिया, तो लाइन क्या है, ये ऊपर, सॉरी ये इधर जाएगा 50,
जी सर।
ठीक है, ये जाएगा नीचे 50, ठीक है। सो
जी
रेक्टेंगल
सर।
क्यों दिया था, वो एक ही लाइन में आता है ना रेक्टेंगल, तो इसलिए मैंने
जी
रेक्टेंगल दिया था। फिर इसको भी कर दो 50 और ये मिला दो, ये हो गया कंप्लीट, ठीक है। लेकिन ये जो वाला, ये जो शेप है ना, ये थोड़ा ऊपर ले लो, क्योंकि ये अभी आपने दिया है वो इसको मैच कर रहा है, इसलिए वो कंक्रीट कट नहीं करेगा। तो ये दो लाइन
जी
बढ़ा दो, यहाँ से आप गिनोगे तो ये 50 आएगा और ये 50 आएगा, फिर इसको ओके बोल दो, यार इसको ओके बोल दो। ये जब हाईलाइट हो जाएगा, अरे मैंने गलत किया शायद, ओके मैंने ऐड किया, अपने को डिलीट करना है ना। यहाँ पे जाओ, स्ट्रक्चरल जा में जाओ, मॉडलिंग प्लेस में जाओ, और यहाँ पे स्ट्रक्चरल फाउंडेशन देखो, और से ओके, इसको बोलो ओके, या वॉइड में जाओ और ये यूज करो वॉइड स्विप, ठीक है।
जी सर।
और इसको 5 दे दो, 1 2 3 4। उसके बाद उसका शेप दे दो, सपोज ये एडिट प्रोफाइल मैंने रेक्टेंगल लिया, सो ये ऑलरेडी एक ऐसा रफ रेक्टेंगल डाल दो। फिर ये लाइन सिलेक्ट करो, इसको 50 कर दो, ये लाइन सिलेक्ट कर दो, इसको भी 50 कर दो, और ये ऊपर का लाइन थोड़ा ऊपर ले लो, ये भी थोड़ा इधर ले, सॉरी, और ये भी थोड़ा बाहर ले लो, क्योंकि हमारा कंक्रीट कट होना चाहिए उसमें। इसको बोलो
जी
ओके, और इसको बोलो ओके। सो ये जब हाईलाइट होगा, सो आपको सिंपली ये कट करना है। सो कट करने के लिए पहले पूरा बड़ा स्लैब, और उसमें से जो माइनस करना है उसको डिलीट कर दो, उस सिलेक्ट कर दो, फिनिश। अगर आप यहाँ पे अगर सेक्शन देखोगे, यहाँ पे डाला है,
बिल्डिंग के बगल में है सर।
ये वाला,
हम्म,
हाँ ये यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पे आप सेक्शन डाल दो ये। अगर आप गए गो टू व्यू, सो ये देखो अभी आ गए, ये
सर ये इसमें आ
कितना,
गया।
ये कितना है, 50 आ गया, ये भी 50 आ गया, आ गया ये। अगर आप सामने का नहीं दिखाना चाहते हो, एक्चुअल दिखाना चाहते हो, एक्चुअल दिखा दो, ये आ गया एक्चुअल, ठीक है।
जी सर।
ओके, और कुछ,
ओके। ओके सर।
ठीक है सर, चलेगा। नेक्स्ट सेशन होगा आई थिंक मंगलवार को, ट्यूसडे 14, तो उसमें हम रिमेनिंग स्टेयर टाइप्स देखेंगे कैसे करते हैं, ठीक है। ओके,
ठीक
थैंक
सर।
यू, गुड नाइट ऑल।
सर मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ, ये कॉलम में आगे जैसे रिइंफोर्समेंट वगैरह जो ऐड करते हैं वो भी बताएंगे क्या इसमें?
मैं बताऊंगा ना, कल बोला ना आपको, मैं 2D में भी बताऊंगा, 3D में भी बताऊंगा कैसे ऐड करते हैं।
अच्छा नहीं सर, आज एक्चुअली हाफ क्लास के बाद में मैंने ज्वाइन किया, तो हो सकता है कि।
ओके, नहीं कल ही बताया था, ठीक है। चले वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप पूरा फिनिश करेंगे हम, ठीक है।
ठीक है सर।
चलेगा सर, ओके सर, थैंक यू, गुड नाइट।
थैंक यू।